Hi, I'm Jorge Antonio Vallejos, and you're watching BlackCoffeePoet.com. And I'm here in Toronto, Canada, where representatives of the Toronto Library System are striking. Please say your names and project your voice.
Susan.
I'm Edmund. I'm Joe.
And this is Looper.
Okay. Why are you striking?
Why are we striking?
Yes.
They want to, they've already cut about 70% of our jobs. As you cut jobs, you have to cut services. And as you cut services, you have to close branches. The mayor doesn't want, he wants the ability to cut more jobs. In the last budget, he tried to close libraries, he tried to cut library hours, and he couldn't get it because the people of Toronto stood up and City Council stood up and said, no. Now he's trying to get in through the back door. If he gets the ability to cut jobs and cut services, he is going to close libraries. He is going to cut library services, he is going to reduce library hours, and most likely it's going to hit the smaller branches and more of the high-risk areas. And we're fighting for the City of Toronto, we're fighting for our libraries, and we're fighting for these people who have little or no voice as it is.
How many jobs are going to be lost if this happens?
So far, from the 2012 budget, we've already cut 107 full-time positions, and over 50% of our staff are part-time staffers. And they want to increase that by cutting another 17% of our full-time positions to become part-time. And then after they do that, they're going to cut all those part-timers. A total of about, I think it's 1,300 jobs. And the library only has 2,300 people with staff. And with 70% as part-timers, once you cut those, how are we going to offer the same services that people are used to in the City of Toronto?
Okay. Oh, I came to the meeting here, and a young man from I don't know what community, he really pointed something interesting out, that the branches that are near the mayor's home aren't being affected in any way. Is that true?
During the last budget, when they were talking about reducing hours and stuff, they did save some, the mayor did save some branches. Those branches were the ones near his home, but he said it was not because he was the mayor. I cannot say yes or no why that happened.
Okay. What is the mainstream media not reporting that you want the public to know?
This is not about money, this is not about benefits. This is really about keeping our library services, about keeping our libraries open and having the best darn library in the world. We do. We've got great workers, we've got a great library system, and we want to keep it that way. If the mayor and his executive have it, we're going to have a cut rate system that's not going to be available to everyone. And if you don't have money, you're not going to be able to afford to use your libraries.
Exactly. So there's 99 branches in Toronto.
98, they've already closed one.
Okay, they've already closed one, 98. How many are going to be closing? People who haven't talked speak.
It's hard to say. They're probably trying to close the less circulating branches. We do have, we have 98 branches. A lot of neighborhood branches that might not have as much circulation but are very important to their community. I think Doug Ford said there were 3 branches within spitting distance of him. That's not true. If you have a car, maybe, but not everyone in the system has a car. Not everyone in the system has access to internet. They were saying you can access all this information on Google or whatever, but not everyone has a computer, not everyone has access to a smartphone, whatever. So I think the libraries are important for every community.
I think it's also really important for people to understand that the mayor's trying to portray city workers as lazy and just sort of riding the gravy train, but the library workers that I know are really dedicated to what we do. And we do more with less than we did at Amalgamation by a long shot already. We have 17% less staff and 30% more usage. And you really can't do better as far as value for your money and quality of system for your money than having really dedicated employees. And the people that I know, they are. It's their calling. They take their work home gladly. They put a lot of themselves into it. I don't think he could do better with anywhere else. We just don't want to be outsourced.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us here at BlackCoffeePoet.com. I'm a writer because of the Toronto Public Library System. Witchwood is my branch, has been my whole life. I love the Toronto Public Library System, and thank you for joining us. Support Toronto Public Library workers with their initiatives, with their goals, and keep tuning in to BlackCoffeePoet.com. Any last words? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.